But moving on, we might have actually got a reveal going into this season because of ACC kickoff days this week. So the ACC annual kickoff event's going down in Charlotte this or next week on the 24th, actually.
Yeah.
And apparently, for UNC, these are the people attending alongside Bill Belichick. Forgot to include that, but alongside Bill Belichick, you have Gio Lopez, Jordan Shipp, Thaddeus Dixon, and Will Hardy.
Huh?
So I got to ask you, does that confirm Gio's the starter? Does that to you confirm Gio's the starter?
I would say, since I was on Gio's side of this,
Whoa!
I was. You said Max was starting.
I said Max was starting, but not you. I said Max was starting, but
I said there was a very high chance that Gio starts at minimum, at least sees the field. All I can say is I don't think this confirms him as a starter, but I think this gives you a very, very strong possibility that he will be. Or there's also that possibility that Max just wasn't available to go. Because, like probably some more like athletic training, physical therapy type stuff. I don't know. But had it been me, since I'm not doing anything like physical in this, I would have went.
Ain't nobody gonna call you a punk if you don't go. I will.
I will.
I'm gonna say this first and foremost, because since you want to claim Gio, I'm sticking with my dog Max. This don't mean nothing. We all right, Max. We okay. This don't mean nothing. Like Gio, go enjoy the day. You gotta let the freshmen, you gotta let the youngin go enjoy the party. Let him go get his stage. You done been there. You done been to the dance. You know what it's like. You done been there. Let the youngin go enjoy it. Let him get the exposure and the experience. That way, when he's the starter next year, he can handle it with decorum and respect. He knows what to expect and anticipate. But my boy, Max Johnson gonna be the starter. I'm believing in Max. I'm believing in him. I ain't gonna lie. If Gio starts, I'm gonna just look at it and be like, oh well.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like I don't think you lost much going with Gio instead. Not saying that not saying Max isn't good, because up until the leg injury, Max was up there.
Man.
And like a lot of people, I would love to see him start. So at least that way he can try to run it back from last season, because since his last season got cut short and this is his senior year, I would love to see him finish his senior year as a starting quarterback. I would. But if situation calls for Gio instead, then Gio it is.
I will say this. I do think that because it's Bill Belichick, whole new coaching staff, whole new system, the idea of Max, and I probably should have taken this into account more, but because it's a new coaching staff and new head coach and everything, Max's seniority as being a senior coming back perhaps dwindled because it's not the same coach. So they look for different things. Right. And they don't like take that into it. Because you know how when you are a senior and you've been with the same coach, that seniority plays a bit more of a factor. Maybe not fully, especially if like whoever comes in just is balling out over you, like just knocking it out of the park. But when you have that camaraderie and you have that rapport with your head coach, you get to that senior level, your likelihood of losing your starting spot to a transfer shrinks because coach knows what you can do. He doesn't know what this new guy's going to do when the going gets tough. But because you have a new coach who doesn't know what neither of you can do.
So he's looking at you with basically you're both starting from zero with this coach. Right. And then on top of that, not only do you have a new head coach, you have a new offensive coordinator.
Yep.
Like you have a whole new set of coaches, period, except for what? One? I think that was a special teams.
Mm-hmm.
Was the only coach that came back? Mm-hmm. Or was it just Freddie Kitchens that stayed?
I want to say special teams. I want to say the special teamers too.
I think it was Freddie Kitchens and special teams, I think. Or he brought Freddie Kitchens in. Either way, you have, like I said, you have a whole new setup going on, and then on top of that, with you being injured to start the spring, didn't help either.
It's crazy
because in most situations, most quarterbacks, at least, and I'm gonna compare it to the professional level for a quick minute. Most quarterbacks in that kind of situation at the professional level are taking that extra time to do mental reps and mentally prepare and mentally study the playbook and get that down. So that way, when they make the calls, all they got to do is figure out the timing.
True.
But like at the end of the day, I don't know what Max's prep is. I don't know none of that. But I can say I don't think Max is green enough to think that he's just not going to do those mental reps and mentally prepare. I also don't think that him having a new coordinator is going to affect him as much as some people would think, because he doesn't strike me as a dumb quarterback. He doesn't strike me as somebody who doesn't work hard, who doesn't study the game. But I would say because Gio was impressive at South Alabama, and it was a quarterback that was on Bill's list of targets for quarterbacks, I would think that much closer than people thought it was going to be. Yeah. And I think Gio did have a leg up because he's a dual threat quarterback.
Was that a broken leg, Joe, at Max's expense?
No.
He's like, he had a leg up. Really? Of all the things you could have said?
I mean, what did you want me to say? Shin up, elbow up, hands down, spin around, do the Dougie. What do you want me to do? I'm going to go ahead and remove you from this.
Bad part is the audio listeners don't know what I just did.
So
like, they don't know.
If it wasn't for the fact that I was working for that event, I would have went.
Oh, for sure.
I'm actually working that.
Oh, for sure. If I could have slid to it, I know I would have. I know I would.
This is the 24th and 25th. I'm like, dang, if I'd have remembered that. I'm mad. That's all right. There'll be other opportunities. Ain't like Chapel Hill's that far away from here.